to win them. So we're here with Southern Brothers today. Southern Suburbs finished 4th in the State League with 11 points, and Brothers finished up 7th with 8 points. A bit disappointing, Brothers, I thought, in the State League. We'll see whether they're back online as we get set for the first match of the Winfield Cup for 1983. At Southern Suburbs, let's have a look at their lineup for this afternoon. Of course, Gary Belcher back there at fullback, Gary Thompson back into the side, Wayne Chalice the other winger. He'll be fresh from a good match the other night, Mick, in the KB Cup.
Yes, played very well indeed. And started slow, Bill, but then he really got into top gear.
And of course, Bruce Astle coming in the 5/8 spot today. He'll be captaining the side.
And adds a bit of thrust to that area there.
Okay, that's the Southern Suburbs lineup for the match this afternoon. Pat Shepperton leading the Brothers team out on the field. Quite a change side from the last time we saw them, Mick. A few new players coming into that lineup.
Yes, and be interesting to see how they handle South. They've been disappointing, Bill, as you said in your introduction, and it's to be hoped that they hit their straps today.
All right, we'll find out very shortly. Getting ready for the kick-off here at Bill Tyquin Oval.
4Bs.
Referee today is Harry DNS. There's the kick-off, and that's Mal Meninga. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Meninga pull out a big one here today, Mick.
Well, if he does anything like he did it in that Brisbane game against North Sydney the other night in the KB Cup, it'll be refreshing to see, and of course that'll have the crowd here at Lang Park really jumping.
We're out of Tyquin Oval, Mick, remember?
Oh, what did I say?
Lang Park.
Oh, I'm carried away. We've even got the first quarter up there, and we don't have quarters anymore, do we?
That's right, we're back into 40-minute football. And that's the first time this year, of course, with the State League being played in the quarters. So now we see Southern Suburbs just up about on the Brothers quarter line now. And they're attempting to work their way through. That's Brad Tasman, the big front rower. And he's a player that showed us a bit a few years back, Mick, but never really went on with it.
No, he's, I think an injury or something like that must have eased him off. But he was really setting them alight at one stage there.
That's Ash Lumbey. Now back it comes to Brad Sully. Sully away then to his 5/8 and captain today, and Bruce Astle. Astle wrapped up just about on the Brothers quarter line, as you can see. Brad Sully back over his head. South's a little bit slow to get back there. Bob Callaway eventually getting it, and he'll be held up in the tackle of Dave Cartwright. Pretty crucial match for Brothers today, Mick.
Yes, they have to produce the goods, and of course Tyquin Oval here with the partisan crowd. Not the best way to get your left foot going out, clearly.
So there's a penalty coming up to Brothers, and they need it on this occasion. They're down very close to their own line. So it'll be Pat Shepperton, the captain of Brothers, to kick for touch. And a nice driving kick from him. Makes no mistake about it. Brings play up to about 35 metres out now from the Brothers line. So they'll take the tap from there. Working across field is Bailey. Brothers getting up towards the halfway mark, about 10 metres short of it. That's the lock forward there in Ash Lumbey, who went in for the tackle. Bailey again, he's been pretty prominent. He's always a player that keeps moving, Mick, doesn't he?
Yes, and on that occasion he is moving. Forward again, a nice short pass.
Here he goes now. This is Brothers on the attack. Bailey getting up towards the quarter line, but he's going to be wrapped up by the Southern Suburbs defence. Ash Lumbey coming around. And he'll play it now. The dummy half there is Robinson. Shepardson. Now big long one coming through. Brothers putting on a bit, but the Southern Suburbs defence well up to it. It's Craig McMahon, another one of the Sydney players. We haven't seen a great deal of McMahon. He's had a few problems also.
He's a big fellow, strapping lad, so they'll be looking to get a bit of value from him this afternoon.
I know Tommy Radonicus a couple of weeks back, Mick, when he was up at Channel O, he was mentioning then that he thought that he was starting to hit his straps. That's Gary Belcher having a bit of trouble back there. Eventually recovers. Ground in pretty good condition, Mick, considering the rain we've had.
It is, surprisingly so, and it will be slippery and a little, what shall we say, grimy, but nothing like the mud bath I thought we would see.
That's Wayne Chalice now, about to play it. Eddie Muller is the dummy half to Tessman. They've lost it, but it's back behind, so they'll recover. Yes, they will. A little bit dicey there for a moment, but they have it. Here's Meninga. Not quite sure where he's going, cutting back the other way. And the tackler there will be Robinson, the halfback.
Just at this stage, Brothers defence driving South back. They want to get that ball and roof it right downfield if they can.
Here's one man with a big strong run. That's Bob Callaway. Got it away nicely too. That was a good run. And he eventually got it away there to Bob Lindner. Lindner's about 30 metres out from the south line, but Callaway showing them what it's all about.
Yes, unfortunately they've lost the ball and lost the advantage. Yes, running onto it well, Bob Kellaway.
So now we see Brothers about 30 metres out from the south line. Can they take it up from here? It's a front row, Les Cleal. Important match for Brothers, an important one for Cleal. We haven't seen a great deal of him since he's hit down.
Haven't seen anything of him, quite frankly. Got to be kind.
That's McMahon again. Mel Meninga getting into the tackle. So too is the 5/8 and captain in Bruce Astle. Brothers letting it go, giving it plenty. Into the back line there is Greg Brake. He's quite a dangerous player when he's in full flight. Peter Jackson, the tackler. Brothers back over in centre field now. To McMahon. There's the bomb. Not the best of them. Plenty of South players over there to take care of it. That's Gary Belcher, the fullback, came up and took it nicely. And South just on the quarter line. Muller will be wrapped up in the tackle. Dummy half is Belcher. He decides to have a run. Does fairly well too. South's about 30 metres out from their own line. Muller, the dummy half, to Sully. Sully across to Lumbey. Then across there to Testman again. To Sully. Bruce Astle. Not a great deal in the match at this stage. Swinging it back to Meninga. He'll drive it deep downfield. Has a bit of a breeze behind him too. That's a towering kick just the same. Having a little bit of trouble back there is McAlane, but he has it. Setting sail up the centre. And the tackler over there will be Adrian Higgs for Southern Suburbs. Big long kick there by Meninga. The Brothers in possession. 10 metres short of the halfway mark and no points on the board as yet. Reminder, it's 40-minute football today with the start of the Winfield Cup for 1983. Through the legs there of the halfback and Brad Sully. Have it in again. Now penalty to Brothers on this occasion. Foot across the mark for Souths.
Getting Brothers off the hook there a little.
Well, Pat Shepardson should be able to drive it downfield and help Brothers out a little bit. Very little in the match so far, Michael.
No, nothing to write home about, but that looked like a forward pass and was.
Right in front of referee Dearness, he couldn't have missed that one. So here's a penalty now to Southern Suburbs. So Meninga, with a bit of a breeze behind him, should be able to drive this deep downfield, which he does. And so South will take the tap from there. Eddie Muller on the mark. And eventually Astle coming away with it. Good run there by Astle. Kept the Brothers' defence well and truly on the mark. Muller. Now back to Ash Lumbey. Lumbey in turn was tackled over there by Steve Davis for Brothers. South putting on a bit of pressure now. Muller away from dummy half. It is a penalty to South.
Couldn't see what that one was for.
Meninga going to have a shot at goal now. First chance of any scoring taking place in the match. Nearly 15 minutes gone so far. Mel Meninga back onto the mark now, attempting to register the first points. He's kicked 12 out of 19 so far, percentage record of 63%. He's on the spot here. Southern Suburbs go to an early lead of 2-0 over Brothers. Here's Pat Shepardson now kicking off for Brothers. A big long kick. It'll carry well and truly back over the dead ball line. Very strong kick there by Shepardson.
And that's good tactics from Brothers because they receive the ball back just outside South's quarter if Souths don't get it downfield. And it's an advantage.
Now Meninga's the man to drop out from underneath the goal mouth. Back to Pat Shepardson on the Brothers, on the South quarter line rather. Shepardson straight ahead to be met up there by Higgs. Bailey is the dummy half. Taking it up this time for Brothers is Dave Cartwright. He's met by some solid South's defence. South with a lead of 2-0. That's Trevor Bailey. Ooh, there's Meninga again. Wouldn't care to be in the Trevor Bailey's shoes on that occasion. Shepardson turning it back inside. Cleal only about 10 metres out now from the South line. Dummy half Trevor Bailey. Back over to Robinson. Swings a long one this time, lost by McMahon. South's come away with it. That's Bob Lindner.
Good cover from Lindner. He was over there.
This is Brad Tasman on the go. He has Bly Davidson beside him. Davidson lining him up now. He tried to get the pass away. Linda going after it. Muller going after it. Referee plays the advantage. And we see Brothers ending up with possession.
Oh, good run from Tasman. Bursting through there nicely.
Very strong run. Bly Davidson, rather, on the wing, had him sized up, but he took a little bit of time before he totally picked him up.
Yes, 30 or 40 metres.
So now it's Cleel taking it up the centre.
One of those mud runners, is Tasman.
Robinson to Grogan, then McMahon. Can't get away from that Mal Meninga.
Fiddling around, McMahon on that occasion should have got going.
He did when Meninga got a hold of him. Straight into the ground. Brothers 10 metres short of that halfway mark now. Final tackle. So Shepherdson with the boot underneath it, driving it across towards Gary Thompson's wing. He's going to take it and cut up over the quarter line now. Bly Davidson in front, but he sends it away then to the fullback Belcher. Back to Thompson. Nice piece of work. Thompson well covered though. Front rower John McGraw responsible for that cover defending tackle. That's Brad Tespert again. Muller to dummy half, Sully. Then on to Bob Kellaway. A couple of metres inside Brothers territory. Dummy half is Muller. Doesn't get far on this occasion. Kellaway to dummy half. South lead by 2-0. Bruce Astle trying to work across field. Get away from that defence.
Brothers defence swarming all over South at present.
Dummy half is Higgs, so they swing it back then to Meninga, who shapes to kick. Finally does. Following out after it now. And it'll be a South ball. Play on, touched by the opposition. Another 6 tackles. This is Brad Sully. Sully sends a beautiful dummy back inside to Muller. Muller's over underneath the post. Nice piece of work. South in for the first try of the match. Go to a lead of 6 points to 0.
And I tell you what, it was a little short kick by Mal Meninga that did it. Mal was going to put in the long one. Could see the little bit of a gap in behind. Here it is. Before that, he was going to roof it well downfield, but he just put in a short one. And he follows it up. He'll come into your picture shortly. There he is. He tries to kick it ahead, touches it, puts everybody on side. And then, of course, Souths go on with it from there. Bob Linder picks it up quickly. Got it away the little halfback, and I tell you what, he did a lot of work. Sully, good work with the dummying run, dummy to the outside, and then of course Muller, like a good hooker, backing up over for a try.
So that's Eddie Muller, the try scorer for Southern Suburbs. Their lead is 6 points to 0. No one at home there for Brothers either when Meninga followed out after that.
Well, no, I think they stood back thinking that it was going to be a long kick, and he's put in the short one.
Meninga converts the try. South's the leading Brothers by 8 points to 0. 10 points to 4. That's Les Cleel taking it up for Brothers. Craig McMahon receiving some attention in the back play. It's Trevor Bailey, the little hooker, pretty sneaky, pretty quick too.
Good player.
That 5 metres short of that halfway mark. Dummy half is Shepherdson. Grogan taking it outside of Robinson. Then Cartwright. He'll be 10 metres short of the halfway mark. Brothers just working it upfield. Now we'll see it go from here. Grogan. Shepherdson away this time to Jeff Burns. Burns with another nice run up over the halfway mark. Keeley coming at him from behind. Pulls him down also. And Brad Sully getting across there in cover too. So McElwain from the dummy half. Shepherdson juggles. Now the kick. Belcher's back there for Souths. Takes it nicely again.
Not only has he taken the ball well there, but he's been playing very steadily, Belcher, today.
South's about 20 metres out from their own line. Trying fairly hard to get it upfield. Gary Belcher, the fullback. Harry outside to Lumbey. Cuts out Jackson, gets it away to Gary Thompson. Thompson kicks forward. South following through out after it, but it'll be Brothers ending up with it.
I wonder why Jackson didn't put that ball to the toe instead of trying to pick it up.
So away from dummy half is Bly Davidson. Stops though and he runs into Lindner, who drove him back a few metres. Greg Brake trying to find a way through, but not being terribly successful. 10-4, South leading. Robertson away then to Shepherdson. Craig McMahon. Well wrapped up though by the South defence. Davidson from dummy half. Back to Cartwright. Bailey dummy half. Now the boot coming in from Shepherdson, a big long one. Keeley's going back there for Souths. He should be able to cut it off. Yes, he does. He gets a nice bounce right at the end there. Chris Keeley on the field in place of Wayne Chalice. Gets up to just on the quarter line before he's taken care of. Mal Meninga thrown to the ground rather heavily on that occasion by McAlane. Back to Sully, to Higgs. Keeping it alive at Muller, then to Meninga. Meninga up over halfway. Big strong run by the centre. He's coming up to the full-back break. Now he gets it to Lumbey, and here's a try on the way for South. Ash Lumbey will run away untouched and score underneath the posts. And South go to a lead of 14-4.
Oh, good try, and the power of Mal Meninga getting him out of heaps of trouble there. As you will see on the replay. Look at this. Tackle. He'll get up and play it, and then he joins the play from there on the blind side. Actually, it goes the open firstly, and then it is switched back. And this is where they pick up Meninga, right there. Now watch this for a powerful run. Straight through two Brothers defence, pushes off another. Then he starts to look for his supports. Ash Lumbey on the outside, and he sets Lumbey up beautifully. And of course, still have got the hooker outside, Eddie Muller, but didn't need him at all.
That's Ash Lumbey going around for Southern Suburbs try. Les Clear was cutting up the centre. There he is, just passing by. But Lumbey was over for the try. And converted. So it makes it 16-4. South's leading Brothers. Back onto the halfway mark now. Pat Shepherdson to kick off. Craig McMahon has been replaced in the Brothers lineup. And Byrne is on in his place. Eddie Muller to dummy half. It'll be lost over there by Belcher. Brothers having a little bit of trouble with it. Matter of fact, it's a double knock-on. Scrum is about 5 metres out now from the South line. Here's Brad Sally. Well wrapped up over in centre field. Ash Lumbey. Eddie Muller coming up as dummy half. Up just over the quarter line. Souths have a lead at the moment here at the Bill Tyquin Oval of 16-4. Bruce Astle. Away to Tessman. Tessman's out of the tackle. Now he gets it away to Muller. Muller still going. And eventually wrapped up by Greg Brake.
And lost the ball to boot.
The injured player in that process too. Eddie Muller. Probably why I lost it, Mick.
Yes,
not looking too good at the moment.
Good run it was too.
So now this is Cleo. From here, Robinson out to Grogan, then to Cartwright. Eddie Muller leaving the field has been carried off, actually. South have some ready-made replacements, of course. Gibson coming on for him. Gary Belcher's back there. Gibson coming up as the dummy half now. A couple of metres short of the halfway mark. Belcher up there as the dummy half. He's really getting into it. Here he goes again. Fullback coming through nicely. He'd be some 15 metres inside Brothers territory. Gibson dummy half again to Bruce Harry. Back into Gibson. Then Belcher. Well wrapped up, Gary Belcher. Bruce Astle. Tessman. Sully. Meninga. Quick hands to Harry. Bit too quick, but he recovers. Peter Jackson. Cutting back inside. He's up over the quarter line. But just going to be grabbed there when he was looking really dangerous. So now Sully back to Harry. The big long one coming on to Gary Belcher. Then Lindner. Lindner's going to go through for a try. Nice piece of work. Deserves it too. He's worked pretty hard that second round.
Oh, good bit of work. The long pass from Harry opened Brothers up, split them wide open, and this fella can move along. And now he's from down the coast and he can run evens, or, well, actually he had the record at Aquinas for the 100, so he's not a slouch. But there's that long pass coming up from Harry. Picks up Belcher nicely, and Belcher says, "There, son, go for a bit of a run." And that's exactly what he does do. Look at that.
Lindner stepping out nicely for the try. So we have Southern Suburbs leading by 20 points to 4. Mal Meninga attempting to convert the try. Thumps it nicely. How's the direction? Direction is good. It's there. Another one to Big Mal, and it's 22-4 now. Little kick, but Meninga ends up with it. And he's eventually tackled some 10 metres from the halfway mark. O'Hanlon is on now for the Brothers lineup. So there have been quite a few changes in this match so far to the teams.
Can't see Cleal on there at all. He's gone. One of the players from Brothers that have gone.
Grogan ends up with it here. Grogan about 12 metres inside South Territory. 22-4. And at this stage, we're 17 minutes into the second half. Trevor Bailey at dummy half. To Robinson. Then away to McGraw. Keeping it alive, but then sending it to no one. This is Cartwright. Cartwright gets the pass back over there. That's Trevor Bailey again. So now back over to Robinson. A long one to Grogan. Coming into it nicely was Blythe Davidson, but he's well wrapped up. Tackler was Lindner, rather. Away from dummy half, McAlane.
Lindner not only scoring tries, but tackling everything that's moving out there.
Here's Pat Shepardson. Gary Belcher, he's been very safe today. Takes that one nicely too. 20 metres out now from the Southern Suburbs line. Chris Keeley. Gibson is the dummy half. Brad Tessman to Higgs. Gibson from dummy half to Harry. Harry to Ash Lumbey. Lumbey dummies. Now back inside to Harry. Belcher to Harry. Meninga. Meninga gets away from Grogan. Still going. Working his way across field nicely. This is Brad Tessman. Tessman to Jackson. Jackson stretching out over the quarterway. Ball being towed through. Thompson trying to take it on the toe, but it'll be a penalty.
Yes, interfered with all the way. Peter Jackson taking a quick penalty.
No, the referee's going to pack down a scrum.
Yes, he says we'll have a scrum just as he goes over the line. That was a good run. And once again, the power of Mal Meninga evident as he just pulled out of tackles at will and then unloaded the ball. A bit of good work from Tessman. Drew his man nicely and put it on to Jackson. Jackson not keen to pass it, Bill, at the right time.
No. So a very important scrum coming up. It'll be Brothers to feed, so they're a fair chance of getting it, which they do. No, they don't. South will come away with it. Bruce Harry. Peter Jackson.
Doesn't know how to pass it yet. Has no intention of passing the ball when he receives it.
Now Belcher across to Harry. Then Meninga. Oh, Harry couldn't pick that one up. Going to be dived on this time by Byrne. So Brothers have it. Nice tackle there by O'Hanlon. Or rather, get it right in a minute, it was Gibson. Touched by the opposition, so there's another 6 tackles in this. Halfway through the second half. Cartwright. Bruce Astle in there trying to reap the ball out of his hands, but not being... Well, he is successful now, but Brothers retain it. The Brethren certainly with the task ahead of them now. This is Pat Shepardson. Bailey keeping it going. Greg Brake kicks forward. Chris Keeley's going back there. Brake's coming through, but Keeley will be the first one onto it. Grabbed up there by Brake.
Oh, good football from Brothers on that occasion, and it was the little hooker again. He's everywhere. Trevor Bailey backing the man up with the ball and doing a good job.
That's got to be, yes, using his other player for a shepherd.
Testman trying to say that man was trying to tackle me.
So Shepardson is going to take a quick tap. That's about all Brothers can do at this stage, Mick.
Yes, you can't take the 2 points.
Trevor Bailey up as dummy half. He'll get it back to McGraw. Can Brothers get a try? That's the question at the moment. Bailey from dummy half again. To Cartwright. He was going to try and get around the corner, but decided to go to ground with it. They're very close, Brothers, at the moment. Back to Robinson. Grogan. Brake. McElwain. But they've lost it. South have got it. That's Ash Lumpy. Gibson dummy half. Here's Mighty Mal. Having a great day with the boot today. 5 out of 5 Meninga. Peter Jackson has also been fairly prominent in attack. Bruce Astle. Sully to Harry, then away to Brad Tessman. Back to Harry. Here's trouble. Belcher. Oh, Jackson picked it up, but it's a knock on in there.
And you hear from Brothers as they come into pack. Good decision, sir, to the referee.
Now penalty coming to Souths. Looks as though Brothers just aren't in it, Bill. They don't seem to have the wherewithal to handle Souths, do they? No, they don't.
Their backs have been enterprising, but Brothers forwards just haven't gone on with it. And they haven't all the season.
This is Adrian Higgs.
They have the names out there, but nothing happening.
No. Doubling around is Gibson. Still going. Astle across to Tessman. Oh, got it away nicely to Astle. Astle up over the quarterway, looking for support. There's none about. Now he finds Jackson, though. Jackson still going around the corner. Gary Thompson with it, and Gary Thompson will score in the corner. South in yet again. It's 26-4.
And very good football from Tessman. You see on the replay how he gets the pass around the corner beautifully to Astle. And I'd have to say it was Tessman's try. I know there's a lot of work done after that. Here he goes. He dummies now round behind the player, which is beautiful. Astle had to do a bit of work. and extricate himself out of a bit of a problem. He was looking for the support, ran to it. There it was, Jackson on the run, and over the top with the pass. Good to see him passing the ball. And of course, Thompson, there's that wide line, and I'm taking the shortest possible distance to it.
So now we'll wait for Mal Meninga, who is in good kicking form today, 5 out of 5. Mal Meninga coming in for the shot at goal. It's on its way. How's the direction? No, it's going to be waved away this time. So the score remains South points to 4 here at the moment. This is Grogan. Now gets it away to Burns. Burns giving it away then to his winger Byrne. From the play the ball, McElwain's the dummy half. Back over to Robinson. McElwain again. Then on to Curran. Robinson sends a big long one. McGraw's out there. Shepherdson.
That was a lovely bit of defence from that forward.
Brad Tessman over there again.
Having a great game.
Trevor Bailey. Robinson turns it back inside to Curran. (26-4) South lead here at the Bill Teichmann Oval. Robinson, Shepherdson. Gee, they're just getting very close over there. Final tackle's on its way. Cartwright's up as dummy half. Now sends it back over there to the winger Bly Davidson. Kick will travel a mile too far.
Oh, what a dreadful operation that was. Actually, they had South, and they go and just throw it away like that. Presume the idea was it, but he wants to run away and practice those short kicks a little.
So now it's Gibson. Back over to Higgs. Quite a few changes being made in both sides, particularly the Brothers lineup. Sully with a little kick through. Harry's going to be the first one there, though. Bruce Astle. Lumbey didn't think it was for him, so he let it go through. Meninga eventually came away with it. Now Astle loses it. There's a knock on in there somewhere.
And not the best football being played by South. Just throwing away chances.
Robinson takes it out. Bly Davidson coming around.
That was a hot one, that one.
26-4 the score here at the moment at Bill Teichmann Oval. Not a great deal of fire left in this one now, Michael.
No, more's the pity. I really did think that Brothers would come out here and endeavour to put Souths away in no uncertain terms, but unfortunately I was wrong. It's been rather disappointing, their form once again.
That's Bly Davidson still going the winger. Endeavouring to link up with his supports, which he does. It's going to be held nicely here too. Back over the top, Trevor Bailey's there, tackled by Astle. They're about 5 metres inside South's territory. Robinson. But South will end up with it. That's Lindner. Pat Shepherdson shaking his head.
Saying he was held back. Wasn't a bad idea of Robinson's on that occasion.
Ball flying loose, but Sully picks it up very smartly. There's Brad Tessman again.
I like that way you say again. He's been there all day.
So that's Gibson. 26-4 the score. Getting quite dark again here. Cutting back inside this time is Keeley. Dummy half Ash Lumbey. Back over to Bruce Harry. To Higgs. wrapped up in centre field. Midway between the quarter and halfway, down inside Brothers territory. Bruce Harry, Sully.
Thinking about it, Souths have squandered quite a few chances too, Bill. Not been as crisp as they possibly should have been against this, oh well, substandard play by Brothers.
Up his dummy half this time is Gibson to Meninga. There's the bomb. Back there is Greg Brake for Brothers. Knocks it back over the dead ball line. Here's a dropout now, back over the halfway mark. And it'll be Gary Belcher. Back there, the South's fullback. Just on the halfway mark. Here's Meninga.
West 18, 1-6. North 18, Valley 6.
So now here's Brad Sally.
8-6.
Through then is Peter Jackson. Dummy half Sully. Sully back over then to Keeley. Chris Keeley still going. Lumbee over the quarter. Got it away to Bruce Astle. He only has Brake to beat. And almost had enough momentum to get there. He was thinking about having a go then, but decided he'd play it. Dummy half Sully. Back to Bruce Harry. Drop shot at goal. Going to be knocked down by Shepardson. Players going in all directions. There has to be a knock on in there somewhere.
Astle nearly getting away from the Brothers' defence. Good cover, knocking him over.
Brad Sally to Harry. Harry almost through the gap. Now he gets it away to Astle. Astle will be there this time. No doubt about it then. In for another try. South have a lead of 30 points to 4.
And not the best of defence from Brothers. Just a normal straight-out move from the base of the scrum. And Bruce Harry idling a pass down. He just takes it easy through the gap. And Astle has plenty of power and, what shall we say, as you said, momentum build to pull through and over. And Brothers looking a disorganised lot right now.
Meninga converts, and so Souths now have a lead of 32 points to 4. Kick is going to be out on the full.
Oh, and they're really coming apart at the seams.
So that means a penalty, of course, back on the halfway mark.
Must be disappointing to the Brothers, oh well, supporters, Bill, to see them just performing in this way.
Particularly when they looked as though they
look as though they
have the goods at the start of the season.
There's been a few players. There's that fella moving around, Shepardson. Played quite well. So was the little halfback for Brothers, Tim Robinson. Rob Grogan, another sound game. But it's in the forwards, other than Bailey, that they're probably failing dismally.
Okay, here's Southern Suburbs now with another launch at that line. Sully with it. Then across to Kerr. Dummy half waiting up there is Brad Sully. To Astle, no. Turns it back inside to Lumbee. Breaking away is Tessman. Tessman, oh, so close to that line. He'll play it now. Kerr is the dummy half. Kerr will let it go. Sully, Higgs. Higgs in turn pulled down 8 metres from that line. Away from dummy half is Belcher. Meninga's the dummy half this time. Back over to Lumbee. Lumbee endeavouring to find a way through, but the defence wraps him up. Here's the final tackle. There's the full-time hooter as it comes back to Brad Sully. Sully has a drop shot at goal, and it's there, so full-time makes it 33 points to 4. Souths 33, Brothers 4. Man of the match, Michael?
It's Brad Tessman. Most honest display from Tessman. Ball in both hands, really starting to look like a front rower. Most impressive.
Okay, so he's got that Sabre Sportswear Award, which of course is the tracksuit and also the Sabre Sports shirt. So congratulations there to Brad Tessman, our Sabre Sportswear Man of the Match.